Well, good evening. Good evening, y'all. Mr. Van Morton. Oh, I'm going to head out to do some leveling. Wow. Oh, it is the Dread Corpse. I was like, why is this thing running so quickly? Well, let's get revenge on this Dread Corpse because he's been terrorizing me before. Apparently, this guy spawns whenever you kill Bait Masterson. So somebody's been down here. He can do a dread touch on you. Just get him killed before he lands us. Dread touch. Oh look, you become better. Oh, I thought that was experience messages. Never mind. Parry and dodge both went up. Now there's Bait Masterson, so he respawned even with the dread guy running around. That was weird. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to go over to the West Karanas. See you there. I'm just traveling through here and I see grizzlies, and grizzlies are blue. This is good XP, so I'll kill along the way. Look how good the weather looks. Look how far I can see, guys. Look on top of this hill right there. That is a bandit camp. And if nobody's here at this bandit farmhouse, maybe I'll stop here for a few minutes. But man, I can see so far. Look how far. I can see all the way to the zone. Now look over here, I can see the bandit camp. I like it. So today is Sunday night. I have work tomorrow, but let's not talk about work. Let's talk about Everquest. So right now, level 14. I don't want to get too far from Kinos because I got to train up. Double attack is a big skill. I get that in one more level. Does anybody play first person view? I know someone who's commented a few times mentioned first person view. I guess this is their preferred view. I gotta say, I just worry about things coming up behind me. In this game, you can get killed, and getting killed is it's a harsh punishment. You lose your gear, you lose experience, you just lose a lot of time. So I do this so I can see what's behind me. It saves me from dying. I just can see so much, and that's why I do it. But this kind of is more immersive, I would say. Right. Sit for a sec. Has a little bit of resting there, not a whole lot. If any of you guys are fans of Mystery Science Theater 3000, the original, I can't remember the name of the main dude, Jared? I think it's Jared. But what I found is this YouTube channel that you can watch live reruns of Mystery Science Theater 3000, and they run a live chat with it. So you can just chat with fans of Mystery Science Theater 3000. And you guys can basically just, it's just a way to socialize online. I got into some of these chat channels during COVID, whenever I had to do a lot of studying, and so I would use that as just occasionally a distraction and just chat, because I used to study coffee shops and those were closed during COVID. So I would go to these lo-fi study background music channels that had chat. The only thing about the chat is people were kind of weird in there. And I didn't really fit in with much of them, and the weird. I think they were like maybe this younger generation in there. But anyways, it was cool to chat, and I would occasionally chat with some people that were interesting, but most of the time not really. I just listen or read what people were writing and listen to music. But this Mystery Science Theater 3000 channel, it's you can riff on the video you know, you guys are all watching. It's like a watch party. And so you can have fun just kind of riffing on the cheap movies. And I'm also in another channel that is Unsolved Mysteries chat. And so we often just riff on the unsolved mysteries. And typically what we joke about is the hairdos and the style of clothing that people had in the 80s and 90s. Like poodle hair, like shoulder pad suits, you know, it was, people looked really silly, I think. And you can definitely tell what decade it was just by the weird fashion. Now these bandits are fashionable. Man, I was taking risk. If one of those is a caster, can you imagine? But these aren't casters here. They're both, well, one's a barbarian, so you know she's not a caster. I think the wood elves or the half elves are the casters. If they're human or barbarian, they're just the warrior type, which is my favorite to fight, the warriors. You know, occasionally I like to watch old commercials. Watch me get backstabbed too. Let's see if we can just kind of do it this way. Don't backstab me, bro. Alright, you're next. Old commercials from the 90s and the 2000s. So, you know, I just watched that movie called Hail Mary, which I would recommend. It's pretty good. And then they had a preview before the movie, and it was a new remake of He-Man. It was very heavily CGI. The Battle Cat or Cringer was complete CGI. But I didn't notice any Orko. Other changes were Man of Arms was in there. They had a black guy playing him, but in the cartoon he was a white dude with like red hair. I didn't see Sheila. They probably showed her, but I didn't recognize her. She had a very distinct look. I think Man of Arms was Sheila's uncle. Something like that. So for him being kind of like a black guy, it kind of reminds me of the cartoon Thundercats. And Panthro was definitely voiced by a black guy, and he had a different skin tone. So in a way, he kind of reminds me of Panthro on the Thundercats cartoon, which was a really good cartoon. I enjoyed it a lot. The theme song and the intro was amazing. The animations were so good. And this is before anime became a big thing. They still had things that were kind of similar to anime. Like Voltron. That was pretty similar. Transformers, it had a kind of a Western style to the animation that you don't see very often now. I may be completely wrong. I don't know a lot about this stuff. It just seemed like the style was different. And then, you know, the cartoons in the 90s, I would see this like it was the same for X-Men, which is a great one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is also another great one. And then Thundercats, which is, you know, the decade before, probably the late 80s or something. But all the intro, because all the cartoons had like a 2-minute intro, or maybe about a minute long. And the entire show, each episode was only about 22 minutes long, because commercial would take up the rest of the time. But of that 22 minutes, about 1 or 2 minutes was the intro. But they spent a lot of time, and the animation was really good on those intros. And then when you actually watch the regular cartoon episodes, the animation's quality dipped a lot. So what I imagined is they had like higher commission artists who did the theme song intros, and they put a lot more work and detail into it. And then they probably had different artists, cheap contracted artists who did just the regular drawings for the, the bulk of the episode, because the quality would dramatically change, especially in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Thundercats was actually pretty good all the way through. But what was the other one I was talking about? He-Man? No. Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, X-Men. So the X-Men intro was really action-packed. It was like good action sequences. But then you'd watch like the regular cartoon, the full episode portion of it, and a lot of times like the proportions of the characters would be kind of weird looking. It was just like cheaper quality, or maybe less talented or experienced artist, or maybe they were just trying to like cut corners, because that's a lot of work to do animation and you got to make those episodes quick. Anyways, I'm not ready to fight, and I'm just gonna move on, so I'll be healing up my life as I run to the next spawn point. Oh yeah, like another thing, remember the movie Beastmaster? God, I love that movie when I was a kid. Forgot what I was going to say about it, but it just hit me like what I was talking about earlier. Hey, there's that location up there where those two Cyclopses are. I'm going to go peek. It's nice how I can see like exactly what's above there. There's a bear. Darn grizzly. But I'm going to go up here, and then we'll go into the shop too. I might just sell some things. Alright, no Cyclops. What gives? There's usually a stationary Cyclops there. At least there was on Project 1999. And this is the area with Chief Gunda. Either I can't... There they are. They're appearing now. Ogre Guards and Chief... Big Chief. Somewhere over there. Oh well. It's starting to get dark. Can you guys hear the sounds of North Piranhas? Generic forest sound. And look at this doorway. Poorly positioned. You'd have to hop in there and snap your ankle on the way out. Only one step. So he's indifferent to me. This guy sells all of the arrow stuff. Bronze bracers. It's 7 platinum and it gives you 7 AC. What do we have? That would be an upgrade. And then lightstone. Okay. He sells a greater lightstone for 11 platinum. Let's buy it because I'm going to turn it in for XP. Let's see what happens. I just dropped 11 platinum. There's the Giganto guy. His face isn't... Okay, there he goes. And it's slowly getting more texture to his face. You can see it's kind of blurry. Now you can see the beard. Now you can see his eyebrows. As you get closer, it just kind of changes the texture quality. Well, I'm going to leave him alone. See how much experience we get from the lightstone, turning it in now. Well, guys, in North Piranhas, this is very dangerous because of these griffins that float around. So this is where I'm definitely using third-person view. And I'll tell you right now, it's not a shorter trip through West Piranhas. It was long. For sure, that zone is not shrunk down any bit. Just a regular moonstone. So I'm going to go turn in my greater lightstone. I'll recuperate some of that cash that I spent buying it. But then I'll get some, hopefully, decent experience from the turn-in. Hope nothing changed as far as the quest goes, but here's another one. Let's fight him. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. They assist. I can bash, but it does no damage. Oh, we don't want 3 of them. Sounds like a mosquito in your ear. You guys ever been camping and you hear that in your ear? Dang mosquitoes. Let's bring him over here so I can see better. Bunk. One down, 1 to go. Yeah, I'm just looking around for Griffins. And there's one over there, you can see. Easy. Nice, a greater lightstone. Alright, so I got 2 to turn in now. Okay, so a Griffin is yellow con, and a pincer beetle's blue. So I can fight some of these beetles. And if I gain 1 more level, I think I can take on those things. But as you get closer to level 20, it's harder to fight even cons. Dude. That was trippy. I think I prefer the old animation styles. I feel like even if this was like the original, and then they came out with the other ones, like the old ogres, I prefer the old ogres even though I was exposed to the newer ones first. Hey, Ash and Paul. Let's take out Ash and Paul. I'm trying to recover this endurance real quick. Okay, we'll do it. Let's sit down right here. Ah. Ash and Paul is ready to attack too. Wait for the endurance to go max. Now, if I run into trouble, I guess I go run to the guards. I don't know if the guards will help me with this, but probably. Dude, if I die, it's so far away. Just do it. See what I'm saying? Where'd that Silvermist Wolf come from? Dude! They just come out of nowhere. That scared the hell out of me. Alright, let's just turn in these. I'm so nervous. It took forever to get over here. So this is the one you turn in the greater light stones to. Look at the experience real quick. Oh, that was pathetic. That was terrible. You get so much more on P99. I mean, I recovered a little bit back, but I don't think that was worth it. Just looking at the armor pieces, because I might upgrade something. Nope. So they usually sell combines. Yeah, here's combines. So a combine would be better than... No, it wouldn't be better than my other one. I like how it gives you these parentheses. Look, it's 0.208. Okay. This one has 0.455. Okay. Now, it actually tells you the formula. 0.267. Okay, 267. What was the other one? Okay, yeah, mine's better. What is that? There's a lion. Oh, that's cool. You can actually see which is like the best for the delay and the damage. Man, this place is so dangerous. Bring it back. All right, the experience is really slow right now. Man, there's another thing coming towards me. Look at that. That's so dangerous. I have to continually reposition myself to avoid getting tagged. This is why I have to play in third-person view. So you can see far, but you can't see what's... Like, they don't actually appear on your screen until they're really close. Like, I can see the landscape far away, but I can't see the mobs. So that kind of gives you this false sense that there's nothing around you. Then all of a sudden they appear right next to you. I can get a silver mist wolf. It's blue. Let's do it. I'm just going to kill things until I level. You know, there is that place where they got the bandits, but they're by the water. What are they called? I don't think they're called bandits. Not brigands, not bandits, but something else. Anyways, I could always... That was a dangerous spot, though, because they have them... They all spawn real close together, so you can't just pull one away unless you got, like, a harmony. So, warrior with no crowd control, you're in danger. An even con, Griffin. Shall I try? I don't think I should. Yeah, the experience from the Greater Lightstones is not what I expected. It's not as impressive as I was expecting it to be. Even with the XP bonus, it's not even really that impressive. Let's see if he actually will fight that Griffin. Because what I could do... Nope. You guys want to go to the East Karanas? Hey. He just disappeared. So he came from the Druid Rings. Here's some farmers. So these ones don't drop the sashes. It's kind of weird because they're farmers, but these ones are indifferent. The ones in the West Karanas are evil. So that can really be misleading. You come over here thinking you can just kill these and then you lose faction. But I'm going to go to the East Karanas and take a look. Okay, well, we have arrived, and this is a very dangerous area. Squire Wembley. Alright, let's see. I got a bullnose snake up here. Is that, what is that? Sir Morgan. He's in a weird spot. And a Griffin that's blue. Let's take a Griffin out. I love this, how you can just pan the camera in all directions like this. So cool. And the problem with first-person view is you can't turn your head to the left and right. You have to turn your whole body to the left and right. So the good thing about fighting him is he's right here near the water, near the bridge, and if I get in trouble, I can zone. Let's see if I can pull him over here just a little bit. Come on, dude. All right, we're over halfway through the level. There's another one coming. Dude, I'm getting clobbered too. Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. Let's run. That thing is blue to me and I'm getting destroyed. Now will Sir Wembley, would he help me? I'm curious. So I'm Berserker Frenzy, so I can do crippling blows. There's a chance. Getting hit hard, dude. I'm hitting him back really hard, though, too. Come on, crippling blows. Crippling. I'm making a comeback. Can I win? Square Wembley begins to cast a spell. Oh shit. Just don't even risk it. Run, 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 run. Zone, 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 zone. God. Well, I think I would have won, but I'm not risking it because you know how far I had to run to get back here? We're talking 15 minutes. That's too much time. Oh, I got bandages now, so let's start working on the bandage stuff. All right, we're gonna put up our skill, bind wound right here, target myself, and let's do it. All right, let's see if it'll tell me how much hit points I bandage myself for. I have 56 hit points. I went 57 to 69. That's a lot. That was 12 hit points. Skill of 40. So let's see, 71. So 13 hit points. That's nice. Only thing is they cost so much money. When you're a new character, you can't afford armor and bandages. Which one of the things that makes soloing in this game so ridiculously hard is if you want to heal without losing money, you have to partner up with someone who's got a healing spell. Alrighty, it's going up quick. Where do I finish leveling up at? I think North Karanas is safer. Actually, West Karanas is the best because it's closer to town. That's the main reason. It's just closer to town. So after I do one more bandage, I'm gonna turn around and go back to the West Karanas. At least I checked things out here. If I gain one more level, I'll be in the East Karanas. So I'll gain level 14 off of bandits and such, and then I'll train up, and then I'll come back out here. But that's going to end this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be working a lot this week, so I'll try to put a video up, but no promises there. But guys, have a great week, okay? Take care.